So a while back, I wrote an ebook called Cortisol Control, which was very popular at the time and still is. It's very, very useful because life in the modern world is more fast-paced, more stressful, and when cortisol, chronic cortisol, not acute cortisol, chronic cortisol levels every day, every week, every month are up here, it acts as a ceiling almost on your testosterone levels. It prevents your test from ever reaching higher levels, basically. Chronic cortisol is a big problem. And that ebook was very good. It's on my website still, you can check it out. In that ebook, I talked a lot about ashwagandha. And for some guys, they swear by it. But over time, there's been a lot of guys saying that, it doesn't do anything. Sometimes it has the opposite intended effect. It's supposed to reduce cortisol, calm your nervous system. It's hit and miss. It depends on the individual. My brother loves it, for example, but depends on the person. Since then, there's been a few additions really to the cortisol control lifestyle that I recommend. There's been a few new ones. So things like L-theanine, which can be found in green tea, but it's the L-theanine that really calms the nervous system and seems to counteract things like the jitters that you can get off too much caffeine. L-theanine is useful for those of you who really like caffeine, coffee, but you don't want the cortisol spike from that. L-theanine is useful. It seems to have a synergistic effect with rhodiola. That is RHODIOLA. That seems to be very effective for calming the nervous system as well. And then magnesium L-threonate seems to be very effective, very bioavailable form of magnesium, which also seems to calm the nervous system. And again, guys who drink a lot of coffee seem to be more likely to be magnesium deficient. And it's the magnesium deficiency that really messes with your sleep. And this is even if you have the coffee in the morning, by the way. So it's not the caffeine directly that's keeping your brain up at night and keeping you too alert. Quite often it's a magnesium deficiency that means, which takes time to build, but over time it gets worse and worse and worse. Your sleep gets worse, your stress gets worse. So this stack together is probably going to be a lot more useful than just ashwagandha. It might address more of the root cause that a lot of people are really having for why they can't sleep or why their cortisol levels are too high, too consistently high. The magnesium, the L-theanine, and the rhodiola is kind of like a synergistic add-on. So I'd definitely check out that stack if you're interested in cortisol control and improvements in testosterone.